Hello and welcome back everyone. In this lesson we're gonna talk about the subledger. You're gonna see I move back and forward in accounting teaching because I see this sequence is the best way to understand from the beginning, and then with every topic our knowledge will become more and more. For the subledger, recall at the beginning when we talk about the general ledger that it shows for every journal entry. We move them all together in one place to get to the ending balance that we will use to prepare the trial balance and then the financial statement. That's okay and that's correct. But what if we have more than one bank account, or we have more than one customer in account receivable? Here, the subledger came to fix this problem. As here you have bank A, bank B, bank C. Every transaction gonna happen in every bank will show the balance of this bank and then the total bank, which will lead at the end to show in the general ledger at the end. So if we want to know the totals, we can go to general ledger and see it. If we want to see specific bank or specific customer, we can go to subledger and see their balances. Let's go for example, like bank A, we deposit 50,000, then pay from it 25,000 and deposit 10,000. This transaction will move directly and show here. See, now this balance is updated from customer A. Let's go to bank B, like 30,000, 5,000, and then we pay from it 18,000. Also, all these bank transactions gonna come here. Bank C, 25,000, 30,000, and 40,000. As you can see here, bank A balance 48,500, bank B 17,000, bank C 35,000, but in total bank account we have 65,500. Now if you go to general ledger, you're gonna see here the bank account 65,500 with all the transaction that happen inside each bank. Moving to account receivable, same methodology. Customer A on us 10,000, he pay 3,000. Customer B on us 20,000, he pay 14,000. Customer C on us 8,000 and he pay 4,000. As you can see, each customer have its own balance, and then when we move it here, you're gonna see that total account receivable updated based on every transaction. Customer A 7,000, B 6,000, C 4,000, in total 70,000. And if you go to general ledger, you're gonna see it that the ending balance is 17,000 with the transactions that happen in this account. So this is the simple way to understand the subledger after we learn about the general ledger. In the next lesson, we're gonna move forward and talk about accounts receivable.